Well, happy Monday, and I hope it's a really good Monday for you. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy it. But for a moment, come on in, share a moment with me here. I was thinking about something that I think is kind of important. You know, in Revelation, the 22nd chapter, we're right near the end of that book. There's a statement of the Lord that's there that's one we ought to notice. It says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Verse 13, Revelation 22. I had a coach when I was in high school, and I wasn't really one of the very good runners on the track team, but I had a coach when I was on the track team in high school. And every now and then he would sit us down and talk to us for a little while. And if we listened, we might have gotten something good. We weren't very good at listening, but one of the things that he said stuck with me. I've shared it along the way from time to time, an article here and there, maybe pointed out in a lesson I was giving, but he said, when you're coming down to the end of the race and you're in that final stretch, don't look back. Well, that's simple enough and everything. Of course, don't look back, just run your race and so forth. He said, no, don't look back to see who's on your tail. Don't look back to see how close they are. Don't look back to see how far ahead you are. Run it to the end of the race. He said, because too many races are lost near the end because the person in the lead turned his head to look back to see where his opponents were. And as he turned his head, it slowed his progress and allowed the other person to pass him and win the race. Pretty good advice when you stop and think about it. Don't lose the race near the end. I was thinking about a football game many years ago, and we left the stadium and on our way out, trying to avoid the crowds and so forth, as people quite often do. Hadn't gotten far from the stadium, and suddenly the cheers rang out. A close game, but the cheers rang out. We thought it was lost. The cheers rang out. And what had happened? You guessed it. It went the other way. Our team won the game, and we weren't even there to watch it because we left a little bit early. Maybe you walked out early on a movie and not seen the end of it. Maybe you walked out and there was something flashed in the credits. Maybe you've walked out when something more was said that changed the day. Jesus said, I am the beginning and the end. The Alpha, the Omega. That's a reference to the alphabet, the Greek alphabet. The beginning and the end. I'm the first letter, I'm the last letter. I'm there from the beginning and I'm there all the way to the end. Don't we appreciate those who are there all the way to the end? Don't we appreciate those who are there no matter what comes? Don't we appreciate the commitment that takes us not just to be at the beginning and the excitement, but all the way to the end, no matter what happens along the way? It's a value. And I think it's a value we appreciate. I think it's a value we understand. So as we think about a race of life, as we think about the things that we undertake along the way, as we think about the people with whom we conduct ourselves every day, it's good to remember that kind of loyalty, that kind of commitment that says, I was there at the beginning and I'll be there to the very end. I think it's one of the most needed qualities that we have in our time. The Alpha and the Omega. I'll be there all the way. Every now and then some old husband will joke, said, yeah, I told my wife I'll be there to the bitter end, and it sure is getting bitter. Oh, he doesn't mean it. He's being silly. But you do appreciate those who have made the commitment stay all the way. Look around you and whatever you're a part of, whatever team you're on, whatever group you're in, whatever congregation you have committed your life to being enacted with them, see who's there all the way to the very end. There's one I know that'll be with you. I think you know exactly who I'm talking about. We just read from him here. I'm the Alpha, yes, and I'm the Omega. I'm all the way to the very end. Hey, it's a great start to a week, so you got the alpha in place, the work week that is. How about we make it all the way to the end? Committed, no matter what comes. Hey, good thought for you today. Think about that. We'll share some more as the week goes along. This is a great week, and I hope it's one that's a blessing to your life and that you're a blessing to others along the way. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Thanks for being with me today, and we'll share some more a little further down the road.